Hey horror fans, once again it's the Horror Miser Monty G, and today we're going to review the movie Prevenge. Now, Prevenge is a 2016 British comedy slasher film. It was written, directed, and it stars Alice Lowe. Yeah, she did everything. She wrote it, she directed it, and she stars in it. This was also her directorial debut. The film is about a pregnant woman whose name is Ruth, who goes on a killing spree while she is pregnant, and we really don't know why. At the time when the movie starts, why she's doing it, but that's basically what this movie is about: a pregnant woman that goes around killing people, random people, while she's pregnant. Now, that's what this movie is all about. I had to catch myself because I was going to say this later on. The main thing about this film and what Alice Lowe does in this film is that she herself was pregnant in this film. I believe, if I have my notes right, she was 7 or 8 months pregnant while she was filming this film. Also, a lot of my YouTube friends either loved it. I think I think Emma from Spooky Astronauts, I think she did a review on this. I know she loved it. And I also think Vicky, Nightmare Maven, I think she reviewed this picture, and I think she loved it as well. I know a lot of people else have praised it. Some people liked it or didn't like it. I know when I posted up on Killer Flicks, the great Facebook group, we talk about horror all day long. It was sort of a bit divisive about Prevenge. So I said, hey, look, I'm going ahead, I'm going to watch the film, and I watched it last night. So here is my review of Prevenge. Now, as I stated before, we have Ruth. She is a pregnant woman. I think she's about 7 or 8 months pregnant. And the movie starts off kind of a weird way. We get some back and forth images of her sitting down, sitting in the rain, and some cliffs and a rock, and some sprinkles of blood. And then eventually we get to a scene where she's at this pet store or exotic pet store, and for some unbeknownst, she kills this guy. I mean, literally slits his throat. And that's how the movie starts off. The movie starts off with a bang. And then from there, we get a whole bunch of sequences between her going back to, I believe, a social, I don't know what they call them in the UK. Obviously, some type of health practitioner that's helping her through her pregnancy. And also, we get shots of her staying in this little hotel room, and she goes about killing random people, what we don't know why. And that's basically what this film is about. Now, as I stated before, a lot of people that I, especially on Killer Flex, said who watched this film said that this was a very great film, and a lot of people said they didn't like it. And I can understand both sides. I can see the people who love this film because I'm going to say it right now, I did enjoy the film. This is a very well made, very well paced film. You really have to give Alice Lowe credit in her directorial debut. She really hits it out of the ballpark. She does a great job in portraying this woman who's obviously suffering. You'll see it as the film goes on. I will not spoil it. The reason why she's doing what she's doing. And also throughout the film, she also believes what she hears is her baby telling her to do these things. And she really does a fantastic job in showing the emotions, the pain that she's suffering, the grief that she's suffering, and whatever the emotions that she's going through, and also being pregnant as a while too. And we get some great scenes of her, some great imagery that she watches on this television show, um, and is how she interacts with the people that she's dealing with. There's one great scene. I will not spoil that. You'll have to see that. I thought that I did not see that coming, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people who have seen this picture probably know what I'm talking about. That's like early on in the picture. There's another great scene early on where we see a lot of physical activity that we see in the film. And you really have to give her credit because, like I said before, she was pregnant while this was filming. And I'm pretty sure the people who have seen it also know what I'm talking about as well. So you got to give Alice a little credit for what she's done. It's very well paced, very well filmed. And like I said, she does a great job in portraying the emotions that she's doing in this film. I really can't say anything bad about the film. Like I said, it is a slow burn, so I will tell people that. Um, it doesn't, to me, it kept me engaged because I was fascinated with the character. I cared for her. So to me, I didn't mind the slow pacing as much. But I'm going to say, for people who do not like slow burn pictures, and I can understand why. The people who didn't like it, I understand why. Because once one scene acts, once you have one great scene comes off, and then you have to wait, and there's a bit of a low, and I can understand that why. But to me, I wasn't didn't mind the what I'm trying to say here. The action that takes place, let's say when she kills one person, and we have to go to this little slow pacing bit. I wouldn't say slow pacing. This, I guess, for some people it would be kind of a slow pacing, but to me, because I was so invested in the character, her character Ruth, because she does a good job, so I didn't mind the switching back and forth from when she kills someone, and then we go back and seeing her still struggle. What she's doing is right, and I believe with that, the changing of the pacing, some people might not like it, but to me, it was an essential part of the film because she knows what she's doing is wrong. But like I said, she thinks the baby is telling her to do that. So, you have to, she's still trying to fight with her conscience. So I understand why some people didn't like, but to me, I thought that was a very engaging part of the film. So, like I said, it was a very, very good film. I really enjoyed watching it. I'm very glad that the people who asked me, people recommended this for me on KillerFlex. I really like it. So, the Horror Miser is going to open up his vote, and he is going to give Prevenge 3.5 out of my 5 gold rings. Yes, Prevenge will get 3.5 out of my 5 gold rings. Yes, I highly recommend for people to go see this movie. Because I really enjoyed it. So, my horror fans, have you seen Prevenge? Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy the writing and the directing and the acting of Alice Lowe, or did you just not? This is just not your cup of tea, and you thought it was quite boring. You hated it, or you just didn't understand the concept of the movie. Leave your comments down in the comment section below and tell me what you thought about Prevenge. Well, that's my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up. Really appreciate that a lot. And also, if this is your first time here, you know what you got to do. Hit that subscriber button and ring that notification bell. That way you can become part of the horror experience with me, the Horror Miser Monty G. And as always, all my social media links will be down in the description box below as well. This weekend, I should be finishing up my first video rant. Yes, I'm going to tear a new asshole out of the 4, how can I call it, shitty ass Krampus ripoffs movies that I saw. Well, I didn't see them, but I heard about them. There are 4 of them. There's, I think, Mother Krampus. There's Lady Krampus. There's Krampus. And then there's Krampus Release. All 4 shitty ass movies. And I'm going to rip them a new a-hole. I'm going to work on that video. And yeah, because they're nothing more than an absolutely blatant ripoff of the success of the Krampus movie that came out in 2015. So yeah, stay tuned for that one. I think you guys will love that. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G. And always remember, horror rules.